Hey, hey, girl talk. Hey, hey, girl talk. Hey, hey, girl talk. Hey guys, welcome back to Girl Talk Wednesdays. Today's topic is going to be on something a little lighter, not so serious. It's going to be about periods. Everything you want to know about periods. Things you think you might know, but you really don't. Ways to help cure the period pain, the cramps, the bloating, all that stuff. So stay tuned. I remember my first period, I was 11. I had no idea what was happening to me. I thought I was freaking dying or something because nobody talked to me about it. I was only 11, so I guess I thought it was too young to get it, but nobody talked to me about it and I had no idea what it was. And I remember I was at my grandmother's house and I was in the bathroom and I didn't tell her that I was bleeding because I don't know why. Then I went home and my mother, she's like, oh my God, you have your period. I was like, what is that? But yeah, I got it when I was 11. I want to hear your period stories. What age did you get yours and did you know what it was? All that stuff. There are two questions that I hear females ask all the time about their periods, and it has to do with pregnancy. The first one is it possible to get pregnant while I am on my period? I hear that a lot. And then the second one is, if I do get my period, can I be sure that I am not pregnant? So the first one, I don't think that you can get pregnant while you're on your period. You have to rephrase that. If you're bleeding, you have to determine what kind of bleeding that is. Is it bleeding from my period or from pregnancy? Because it can be from both. Some women actually bleed while they're ovulating, and you can be spotting in between your periods. So you have to determine what kind of bleeding that is. So, but if you're on your period, there's no way you can be pregnant. That's impossible. So if you have sex towards the very end of your period and you ovulate days later, the sperm could still be there and you could actually end up getting pregnant. But it's not likely, but it could happen that way. Question is, if I get my period, can I be sure I am not pregnant? And that you actually can't, because it could be bleeding in early pregnancy. You just have to watch it, see if it progresses as a regular period. You just have to watch the bleeding because it's really hard to tell the difference, actually. You just have to watch if the bleeding progresses, if it's heavy, or it's like your regular period, or you're getting period cramps and all the other symptoms, stuff like that. Another question I hear a lot from females is, why are my cycles irregular? And that can be caused by a number of things. Some women don't ovulate regularly, and you can have irregular periods from being stressed out, illness, being overweight or underweight. It's a lot of things. And some women actually think their periods are irregular if they don't have it on the same day of every month, and that's completely untrue. It doesn't matter if it's the same day, as long as it's between 25 to 35 days, starting from the first day you bleed to the start of your next period. So that's pretty regular if it's happening between them. Some ways you can help ease your period pains. You can start by taking ibuprofen or Advil. You can take ibuprofen the day before your expected period so you don't wake up with freaking agony and pain and all that. I just learned that recently. You can also try yoga, exercise, any type of movement, because I feel when you just sit there still, it's just worse. Either taking a hot bath or getting a nice heating pad. When I run out of heating pads and I forget to buy them, I take an empty water bottle and I fill it up with hot water and I put it right on my lower abdomen, and that actually helps a little bit. But my cramps are so severe, it doesn't help entirely. But people who have mild cramps, that will definitely help you. Applying heat towards your lower abdomen. Control pills are amazing. They actually help you with a number of different symptoms, but they work especially for period pain. Even if you're not having sex, you can still go and take those, and I think I'm gonna start using that because my cramps are just too much to handle. So you can try putting pressure on your lower abdomen. You can lay down and put a stack of heavy textbooks on your lower abdomen and just apply pressure there, and it will work so good. I learned this from Natural 85. It really works. You can try laying down, just regularly rubbing your stomach, lay on your side. That does not work for me because my cramps are crazy, like I said. But the books, they really work. Try to avoid caffeine as much as possible. Drink a whole bunch of water way before your period even shows up. Try to stay as healthy as possible. Don't eat too many greasy fast foods. Try to eat healthy and drink lots of water, and you should be pretty good. 5 things: over-the-counter relief, ibuprofen, Advil, yoga. There are specific poses for menstrual cramps in yoga that really help, like the cobra. And then you have, regular exercise. You have heat, applying heat, a hot bath, a hot water bottle, anything to your lower abdomen works wonders. And then you have your birth control pills, which is probably the best one out of all to me. That when you're on your period, it affects the sound of your voice. Like, your voice changes. If you record your voice while you're not on your period and then when you are, you can sense a little bit of a difference. Like, I just learned that a couple of days ago. That is so crazy. Periods can make you bleed from other parts of your body. Women have reported bleeding from their ears and their eyes and their mouths in research. Craziness, like what? I just went on the internet real quick to make sure I didn't really forget anything that I already know about. And I just read that having cramps is not normal. It means that you have high estrogen levels, and it can mean you ate too much sugar. What? For pads, my favorite one is the Always Radiant Infinity pads because they have a really nice sweet smell to them. And they're really thin and they have wings. I love the really thin, long pads, the really long, big ones. Those are the best to wear when you're sleeping. And throughout the day, I feel like the best would be tampons. I don't use tampons, I never have, and I want to because wearing a pad throughout the day is very uncomfortable and it just feels like everybody can see them. It's just so, ugh. I hate the big bulky ones, so Radiant Infinity from Always, that's my favorite one to wear because it's nice and thin. And I like to wear the extra long ones that fill up the entire panty while I'm sleeping. I have a period app that helps me track my period called P Tracker Lite, the App Store. And it's actually pretty accurate very recently. It's been coming on the exact day it said it would, so invest in some period apps so you can track your period. They have a calendar where they tell you when your period is going to come. It tells you when you're going to be fertile, when you're ovulating. And then it has another part where you can add what symptoms you're having or what mood you're in. You put your weight, your temperature, all that. It's a really cool, great app to have. Write in the comments any of the things I just said that you did not know, and if you are as shocked as I am, especially for the cramps and the bleeding through your ears and your mouth. This is just wow. I did not know that. I have a couple of embarrassing period stories. They're not horrible, they're not bad, but they're a little embarrassing. Not a little, a lot. I remember being in the 7th grade in art class, and I got up to go to the garbage can to throw something out. And I was walking past one of my classmates. She turned around, she was like, you have blood on the back of your dress. I just kept walking to my seat. I didn't hear her. She said that out loud in front of everybody. Everybody was looking at me, even the teacher. It was just, oh my God. I don't remember what I did after that, but I think I stayed in the class. I was just completely embarrassed. I was just this the whole time. And then there's another one. It would have been embarrassing, but it was a pretty bad situation. I was 9th, 10th grade in history class. And the teacher wanted each of us to come up to the board and answer a question. So when it was my turn, I could feel, this is really nasty, I could feel the blood what's it called? Going through my jeans. I can feel it. A whole gush of it just came out. Sorry, this is really nasty. And I could feel that it showing through my jeans. So I was I had to figure out a way to tell him that I couldn't go up there. I told him I wasn't feeling good, I was sick or something, but if I got up and walked to that board, everybody would have been oh my God. This is just so embarrassing. I hate having my period. Your embarrassing period stories or your horror stories, if you have anything that's really, really bad. And I want to know if you guys learned anything from this video that you didn't know before, because I certainly did. Craziness. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And be back next Wednesday for the next topic. Bye.